Most people think that the hardest part of divorce is losing the relationship. But for a lot of people, that's not the hardest part. The hardest part is looking in the mirror one day and realizing you don't fully recognize yourself anymore. And if that's where you are, I want to tell you something that I wish someone told me. Feeling lost after divorce does not automatically mean you lose yourself. Sometimes it means you're finally meeting yourself again. If we haven't met yet, I'm Ruth Abraham. I'm an accredited certified coach with the International Coaching Federation. After my own divorce, losing both parents within 4 days, and being laid off from my job, I chose to follow my calling, helping divorced men navigate life after divorce with more clarity, confidence, and self-understanding. And one thing I've learned is that emotional pain after divorce doesn't always look the way people expect. Today, I want to talk specifically to men, because one of the things that I hear over and over is, I don't know who I am anymore, and I want to talk about that. One thing I realized after my divorce was I didn't suddenly lose myself. I realized I've been slowly disconnecting from myself for years. For me, I became someone who said yes, someone who tried to make everyone happy, someone who thought that being a good partner meant not asking for too much. And over time, I stopped asking, what do I want? And I started asking, what keeps the peace? And I didn't realize how much of myself disappeared inside that. Maybe for you, it looked different. Maybe your identity became husband, provider, problem solver, father. And now that role changed, and suddenly you're thinking, who am I now? If no one needed anything from you, who would you be? That question hit me hard. After my divorce, I remember moments that felt strange. Not dramatic, just quiet. I didn't have my daughter every day anymore. Meals changed. The house just felt different. And things that felt normal weren't normal anymore. And even though leaving was the right decision, there were still moments that I questioned myself. Moments where I wondered, would life have been easier if I stayed? Not happier, just comfortable. And I think a lot of men experience something similar. Not because you missed the marriage, but because you missed the certainty. You missed the routine. You miss knowing who you are. This was one of the biggest surprises for me. I thought that freedom would immediately feel exciting, but freedom can also feel unfamiliar because suddenly there's nobody telling you who you are. There's no one reacting to you, and there's nobody needing you. And that silence can make old beliefs louder. Am I enough? Will I find someone? Did I fail? Did I waste my years? I had those thoughts too, but eventually I realized something. The role ended. I didn't. And if you notice that your mind keeps replaying the divorce, replaying what happened, replaying what she did, what you should have done differently, I created something for you. It's a free guide called Stop the Mental Spiral After Divorce. It walks you through how to release blame, self-judgment, and the mental loops that keep you stuck. You can download it below and come back to the video. If you feel lost, I don't immediately want you to ask, how do I become who I was? I want you to ask yourself, what part of me has been waiting to come back? For me, it was my voice. The part of me that remembered I'm capable, resilient. I'm allowed to have needs and have ideas. And I'm allowed to take up space. Not because I got divorced, but because I finally stopped abandoning myself. If no one has told you this, feeling lost after divorce doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It might mean something is changing, and that can feel uncomfortable. But uncomfortable doesn't mean broken. And if this resonates, tell me in the comments, what part of yourself are you trying to reconnect with? And if your mind keeps replaying the divorce and you're ready to stop carrying all that mentally, download my free guide, Stop the Mental Spiral After Divorce. And if you haven't watched my last video, go back and watch what your ex was feeling before the divorce. Thank you, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.